We as an organization at Market Traders Institute have been doing this for 23 years to over 50,000 students worldwide. Now, a lot of people come to my presentations for different reasons. Some are looking to be full-time traders. Some are looking to create secondary income streams, maybe third. I know a lot of you come to this webinar because you're getting ready to retire and you're scared you don't have enough money set aside for retirement. Many of you are just looking to create, a better lifestyle for you and your family, get a home, get out of debt, lots of reasons. Now, the good news is we help people from all walks of life take control of their financial lives. Now, understand that trading the currency market is not for everybody, and it may not be for you, and that's fine. But what I've learned in 25 years of doing this is that the successful people that are making the money will do what unsuccessful cannot and are not willing to do. And for that reason, I applaud you taking time out of your busy schedule to join me here live today. There's a lot of other things you could be doing, but you're taking the time to learn about something new. And I do not take your time for granted. So let's officially get things kicked off. I'm glad my screen, everybody can see it right now. All right, cool. So let's talk about this. Today is Thursday, May 25th, okay? We are live. It is 11:32 on the East Coast in Orlando, Florida. I'm broadcasting from our world headquarters. As Renee said, I want to make sure everybody has something to write down on. So grab a pen and a piece of paper. I'm going to give you a ton of information today, and I promise this presentation will go by fast. I want to make sure you do not miss anything that I discuss, because we have a ton of great opportunities right now in this marketplace for us to discuss, okay? Now, this is me right here. Again, as I said, my name is Aaron Hunziker, and I know Renee introduced me. We've had a lot of other people jump on. So quickly, just a little bit about my background. I grew up in the United States in a small town in northern Michigan. I was raised by a single mother who worked multiple jobs to pay the bills. My father left when I was 10 years old, so it was just my mom and I. And I was raised very lower middle class. My mom worked very hard to take care of our little family. And I to this day, she instilled in me a determination to want to succeed and a drive to succeed. And it wasn't easy because I was not a great student. I struggled through my high school years. I struggled, I barely made it into college, barely made it out of college as well. Now, I am 47 years old. I'm a father of three. I've got an 11-year-old, a 9-year-old, both boys, and then I got a 5-year-old daughter, okay? So I've been around for a while, been in this for about 25 years. A movie came out in the 80s that significantly impacted my life, which I didn't know at the time, but looking back, it gave me a bug. How many of you in the webinar today remember the movie from the mid-80s, Wall Street, with Martin Sheen and Michael Douglas? If you remember that movie, type in Wall Street in your chat box. This also gives me an idea of how old my crowd is that I'm talking to today. Yeah, I see Nicholas says Wall Street, Isaac says Wall Street, Carol says Wall Street, okay? Neil says Wall Street. All right, so a lot of you remember that movie. Now, that movie didn't impress me with the greed and the excess. That's not what interested me. What interested me so much was the power of the stock market and the energy around trading markets and the ability to be able to make money off of knowledge and technology. And it just got me really interested in markets. So when I graduated from college, I barely scraped out of there. I didn't have a job set up. I went out and became an associate broker, and I got all my fancy licenses, and I sat down at a brokerage firm, was hired, and started to work as this broker. Now, I quickly found out that being a broker is very different than being a trader. As a broker, I would sit down with people and look at their retirement plans, their 401ks, their portfolios, and I was encouraged by my bosses to sell them overpriced annuities, over commissioned mutual funds, products that I didn't believe in. So I didn't last in that business for very long. So I did what a lot of people do, is I set out to become a trader. And my knowledge of starting to become a trader was to read every book that I could, to attend every seminar, that I could. And I opened up accounts and I traded and I traded and I traded, and eventually I lost all my money because I didn't know what I was doing. Now, I was blessed enough to meet a mentor, somebody who's now mentored me for 25 years. That was an excellent trader that taught me how to look at the markets and technical analysis and fundamental analysis, and set me off on the course that now I've been doing this for 25 years. As Renee mentioned, you know, this is a passion of mine in the markets. I get the ability to teach people, I get to trade, and you know what's really cool? It gives me a very flexible lifestyle. You know, I bet I'm one of the only dads I know that took their kids to school today, and I will pick my kids up after school today. I have the flexibility in my schedule to do other passions in my life. I'm a triathlete. I am a marathoner. I have, as I said, 3 kids who are all active. I have a wife. I have a dog. I have a cat. I'm busy, okay? I don't stare at charts all day long, but I know how to be smart in the markets, use the right time periods, and trade in these markets, and it's given me an awesome lifestyle. What I love about it is the information I'm going to discuss with you today is transferable. Anybody can learn it. We teach a formula that we've been working with students now for 23 years. Now, that's quickly my background. I need to know a little bit about all of you attending the webinar today. So do me a favor. We're talking about the Forex market in my presentation, the currency market, trading one currency versus another. Based on your experience with that, 1 being you're brand new to this, you don't know anything about it. 10 being you're a current currency trader making $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month. Please jump into that chat box and rank your experience for me from 1 to 10. Do that for me right now. Yeah, a lot of you said Wall Street. Rudolph, John, Roxanne, Peter, Terrence. Awesome. Okay, Rob says he's a 1. Edward's a 5. Guru's a 2. Johnny's a 2. Gail's a 1. Trader's a 3, Daryl's a 1, Terrence is a 1, Jerome's a 1, John's a -1, that's hilarious. Peter is a 5, Alex is a 7. Okay, so we got a mixed group in here, a lot more new people than experienced people. So let me tell you this, it's really important that you understand that in the foreign currency market, it is what is called a zero-sum game. Now, what does that mean? That means in every trade, the losers pay the winners. And if you're a current trader and you find yourself losing more often than you would like, what you're doing is paying people who have more experience, better technology, better coaching, better mentoring than you do. So here's how you've got to look at the markets. If there's always a winner and always a loser, and the only thing that separates them is experience and technology and coaching, you need to get yourself on the winning side of that curve. And that's what we do here at Market Traders Institute. We've built this massive community of traders worldwide where we offer the best technology, the best coaches by far, and mentoring in the planet and education. Now, if you don't know much about MTI, again, that's Market Traders Institute. We are not a brokerage firm. We're not affiliated with any broker. This company has been providing premier technology, education, and coaching for 23 years. Now, we have a 23-year history. Think about that. You don't stay in business for 23 years unless you have a rock-solid foundation and you back up what you promise. This is a picture on your screen right now of our world-class headquarters. This is our building in Orlando, Florida. We own it. It's a 65,000 square foot facility. I'm broadcasting from the 2nd floor currently in this building. Every month, twice a month, we have people fly in from all over the world or watch via live web broadcast our live training Forex courses that we do from here. Now, over the last 8 years, Market Traders Institute has gone through tremendous growth. And I believe the reason why we maintain as an industry leader and why we're having so much success is because of a philosophy that we never leave a client behind. Now, in your notes, the first thing that I need you to write down is coaching/mentorship. Coaching/mentorship. One of the main ways we work through our clients is our coaching and our mentorship. Now, we all know that right now, we could get on our computer and do a search on Google. or go to YouTube and find an unbelievable amount of information on how to trade the currency market. However, I think it's more important to have someone help you, do it alongside of you with a proven track record of success. Does that make sense? If so, type in yes in your question box. You know, someone who's been doing it, that can teach it, that can actually mentor and teach you. This is very important. One of the things we provide here at Market Traders Institute is a 24-hour-a-day online trading room where you as a student can literally log in, watch live analysis 24 hours a day, and interact with some of the best traders on the planet, okay? Roger, all of our business, I should say 95%, Roger, to answer that question. So we have a live market analysis 24 hours a day. In addition to our mentorship and our coaching and our education, you know, these are the reasons why we've now trained over 50,000 students worldwide, and again, have had this tremendous growth. Now we're really starting to get recognized. In fact, we were ranked last year by Inc. magazine, huge honor, as the 592nd fastest growing company in the United States of America. It's really exciting around here. This year, we will be in the top 500. And the reason for this growth, very simple. We take people with all backgrounds, people just like you. Wherever you're at in this world globally right now watching this presentation, if your background is in business, if you're an architect or a lawyer or a doctor, or you can be a blue-collar worker like a maintenance worker, a garage mechanic, a landscaper. We take truck drivers and school teachers and stay-at-home moms and stay-at-home dads, and we teach them a system, a formula that we've been doing for 23 years that have changed thousands of people's lives. So as you sit there today and you watch me go through my presentation, you see how our clients are making money, okay? Understand that they all started with our organization watching a presentation very similar to this. And we're led by this gentleman right here. This is Jerrod Martinez. He's known around the financial world as the FX chief. He's been a currency trader for 30 years. He's built up a ton of credibility in the market. He's a best-selling author, teacher, been on all the top money shows, TV shows that are out there. Now, he started this organization basically on a lark because he started trading, making money, and his lifestyle changed. You know, he got a better home, better car, and his friends and his family recognized that. And they said, Jerrod, what are you doing? He said, I'm trading the currency market. So he started teaching a handful of friends and family. Well, that led to teaching a few hundred to a few thousand to, and now again, we've taught over 50,000 people worldwide and are gaining more and more attention by top people, top business people. In fact, this gentleman right here, Kevin Harrington. How many of you recognize Kevin Harrington? If you do, from the ABC TV show Shark Tank, type in shark in the chat box. Type in shark. Kevin Harrington is one of the original sharks from that TV show. He's an entrepreneur worth about $450 million. Massive. He approached our organization, okay, because he loves what we do, because we have the ability to impact people's lives all over the world. He brings a ton of credibility and helps you know that sitting in front of your computer, watching this right now, when you become a student today, these are the types of people you're going to be working with who have your back. So understand that the strong group of people right here. And these are two of the gentlemen that you will be working with on a regular basis. The next thing I want you to write down in your notes is pound breakout. Pound breakout. The gentleman on the left is Josh Martinez. The gentleman on the right is Tyson Clayton, two of the top Forex traders in the world. You'll be working with both of them, as I said, on a regular basis. What you're looking at on the screen here is the pound breakout prediction. In the last year, we're up about 38,000 pips in this opportunity. Now, you may not know what a pip is, but I'll explain that in a few moments. But on a standard lot, that's over $380,000 profit. Now, your timing is perfect because a lot of our targets have been recently hit in the last few weeks. We're anticipating another move over the next 2 to 3 weeks of anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 pips Our students have an opportunity to earn $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in the next 3 to 4 weeks on a standard lot. Tonight at 7 p.m., we have a game plan session where we will be setting up our targets, looking at the new opportunities. You're going to want to be in this session tonight, 7 o'clock on the East Coast in the U.S., because this session will be the key to set up the opportunity over the next few weeks. So write down Pound Breakout, 7 p.m. tonight. And these are the kind of things we do for our students. And what I love about social media, if it's Facebook, if it's Instagram, if it's Twitter, we have the ability to get instant interaction with our students. I would encourage all of you, when I'm done presenting, jump on Facebook. Look at Josh Martinez's page. Look at Tyson Clayton's page. Look at MTI's page. And look for your own eyes what our students write about our organization, how much money they're making. I got just a few examples on the screen right here. I mean, look at third one down on the left. Merle talks about he's been averaging 200 pips a week with us. That's $2,000 a week on a standard lot. That's over $8,000 a month, he says in his own words, trading part-time while learning. How many of you would like to earn $8,000 a month while learning this? Earn while you learn. Ted talks about 2 positions. He made 456 pips. Again, on a standard lot, that's $4,560. Christopher, 786 pips in the last month. On a standard lot, that's nearly $8,000 in a month. This is what we do for our students through our education, through our coaching, through our mentorship. This is why you want to become a student. So here's my promise to you. As we start to dive into the markets and we look at opportunity, you're going to absolutely understand by the time I'm done today the potential in the Forex market if you don't already. Now, in addition, you're going to see how you can have immediate profit potential without quitting what you're doing full time. Now, today in this organization, this is not about becoming some sort of overnight millionaire. There's no such thing as get rich quick. Can we all agree with that? If so, type in amen in the chat box. No such thing as get rich quick. What we have is a system. It's a formula that you're going to learn to repeat over and over and over again with the help of your coaches, your mentors, and the technology. You're going to love it. So we're going to talk about this formula today that's going to work for you like it has thousands before you, how you can trade around your busy schedule. Keep your job or fire your job and trade full time. It's up to you. Now today, I'm going to give each and every one of you, when I'm through, an opportunity to be part of our community for 60 days at our expense. So you can try us out. So you can see what makes us great. So as I go through my presentation, I want you to ask yourself every 2 to 3 minutes, just simply say, as I'm demonstrating how this works, how our programs work, how our systems work, just from time to time ask yourself a question. Can I do what Aaron is doing? Okay, ask yourself that. Can I see myself sitting in front of my computer doing this? Can I understand this? Okay, because if you start to answer yes to these questions, I believe with all my heart that you're on your way to financial independence. Now my definition of financial independence is really pretty simple. It's getting to the point where you can do what you want, where you want to do it, when you want to do it, with people that you want to. Is that fair? See, we're so confident here at MTI. We believe that if you cannot learn to trade from Market Traders Institute, the currency market, consistently, profitably, you're not going to be able to learn anywhere else. And I know that's a bold statement, but I believe I'll back it up by the time I'm through. So let's kick this up a notch. I know a lot of you are new. Let's teach you a little bit about the markets before we jump into the charts and look at opportunities. Okay, this market, the Forex market, is exploding. It is growing and growing and growing daily. So many new investors are coming in. Now, what's drawing people to this market is several things. First and foremost, it's the liquidity. It's the most liquid market on the planet. What that means is you can enter and exit this market anytime that you want. There's always buyers, there's always sellers. There's no time limits on your trade. You can be in a trade and hold on to it for 5 minutes and get out with no penalties. You can be in it 5 days, 5 hours, 5 months, however long you want. You can get in and out anytime you want based on your desire or your trading style. one of the things that we do here at Market Traders Institute that a lot of people probably don't understand is we help our students figure out their trading style. Not everybody's going to train with the same style or time frames. Some people want to trade 4 or 5 times a week. Some people want to trade 4 or 5 times a day. Some people want to trade 4 or 5 times a month. I mean, it's really up to you, but we help you define based on your schedule and your time how you're going to be most profitable, because we want you to be very focused. Now, the second thing about this market is the flexibility. And to me, as a father of 3, a husband, a homeowner, an active person in my community, this is important, okay? This market opens up at 5 p.m. on Sunday, New York time. It closes at 5 p.m. on Friday, New York time. It is open all night, all morning, all day, all evening, 24 hours a day over those days. So let me give you an example of how you can trade around your busy schedule. Monday night, my son, my 11-year-old, plays club soccer. He had a game. My wife was out doing something at the school, so I took all 3 of my kids to his game. By the time we got home, I got them fed, got everybody in bed. It was probably 10 o'clock, 10:15. I sat down at night. I didn't turn my TV on. I opened up my laptop, and I was into my charts evaluating currency opportunities live. How many of you like the idea that you can trade this market 24 hours a day around your schedule? If so, type in me in the chat box. I mean, if you're like me and this busy, it's the best market for you. Now, the next thing about this market is the size, okay? Size. The size of this market is the largest in the world, pure and simple. There's over $5 trillion traded on it every single month, back and forth, okay, back and forth. Now, the last one down there on the bottom says focus. And for me, again, very similar to flexibility, focus is huge because I'm busy like you. I started out trading as an equities trader, stocks and options. I would study hundreds, if not thousands, of companies. With the Forex market, it's not near that time consuming. There's about 60 currency pairs to pay attention to. And honestly, I bet I only really pay attention to 20 for the most part. And tonight at 7, when you're live with Josh, Josh will look at 4 or 5 currency pairs. I mean, we keep it really focused, really flexible for you to get in and out. To me, again, I've been doing this for 25 years. This market's the safest, you know, the most predictable, and the easiest way for people to invest. So let's kick it up a notch here. Let's jump into some analysis here so you can start to see for your own eyes how money is made in the currency market, okay? So let me go ahead and bring up some charts. Now, what I need to know is from everybody in this webinar, I need everybody to respond because I don't want to leave anybody behind. I've switched from my slides to my charts. If you recognize I now have my charts up, please type in yes or a Y that I know that you can see them. Please do that now. Okay, I got you coming in, Cadrick, I'm sorry. I've got you, Jerome, Edward, Ruth, Gail, Dominic, Tracy, Wendy, Sally, Terrence, Joseph, Ethan, Joyce. Okay, good. Everybody seems to be able to see my charts. Awesome. So think about trading the currency market. All you're doing, gang, is trading one currency versus another. And just like the equities market, okay, you're looking to make money when the market is moving up. Okay, Roxanne gotcha. And make money when the market reverses and it goes the other direction, okay? And you're looking to make money on a downward market, okay? Gotcha, Roxanne, thank you. So you have a very specific job in this market. Your job is to capture pips. Your job is to capture pips. Now, a pip is an acronym for price, interest. That didn't look right. Point. Price, interest, point. Now, you do not have to be a mathematical expert to trade the foreign currency market, because I will tell you, I am not. Math is one of my worst subjects. And I will also say to you, that my 11-year-old son can analyze charts exactly how I'm going to show you today. One of my goals as a father is to make sure I teach both my sons, my 11, my 9-year-old, eventually my 5-year-old when she's old enough to understand this, how to read technical analysis and trade these markets. Because you know what? The thing about the information that I'm going to share with you today is when you learn this skill set, you have it forever. Nobody can take it away from you. And it's a gift that I can give to my kids that when they get into college, they're going to know how to make money in the currency markets. Now, this may not be their passion in life. I want them to chase whatever's going to make them happy, not make them money. But I know that they're always going to have a skill set that they can spend a half an hour a day and make a lot of money if they want to do so. And that's an empowering feeling to be able to do that. So you don't have to be an expert in this. What you're going to be great at is identifying patterns. Identifying patterns is the key to understanding this market, okay? So what we're looking to do is take advantage of these swings in the marketplace. Now, the thing about the currency market is it does the same thing over and over and over again. If I pull this down right here, everybody should be able to see this currency pair is the GBP, the Great British Pound, and the NZD, the New Zealand dollar. And this is a 1-hour chart. If you see that little watermark, please type in yes or Y for me, please. Thank you. Type that in for me right now. Kendrick says yes. Kadrick, I'm sorry. I keep calling you Kendrick. Kadrick. Enoch. Sung says yes. Amul says yes. Terrence. Jerome says yes. Okay. All right. So it looks like got a lot of people coming in with yes. Wendy and Diana and Emily and Brandon says yes. Gail says yes. Roxanne says yes. Roxanne, you answered twice. You're so on top of it. Awesome. Thank you. So here we go. Now we're looking at these charts right here. This is the Great British Pound New Zealand dollar 1-hour chart. What you're looking at is the ultimate charting software. This is our own proprietary software that we have created for traders, by traders. We've invested millions and millions and millions of dollars into this system. We have our own patent pending technology. We have our own proprietary information that only Market Traders Institute students use. Now today, what I'm going to teach you is what is called traditional technical analysis, okay? We're going to talk about analysis of how people have been trading the markets for years and understanding charts and patterns and trend lines and support and resistance and when to get in and when to get out. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, once you have the basics of this, it's going to be almost like opening up the hood of the car. Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and we're going to put the key in the ignition and we're going to fire up the engine. You're going to see what technology has done to traditional analysis, okay? How we've taken this information and taken it from very, very complicated, very cumbersome to very lean and mean and easy for people to master. That's what we're going to do today. So as we look at this chart, each one of these little indicators up here are what are called the Japanese candlestick. Now, Japanese candlesticks, a great explanation I heard of them or analogy is they're almost like the sign language of the market. Okay, the sign language of the market. They're giving us patterns of when there's changes in the market, when there's reversals in the market, telling us now's a good time to buy or sell. Each one of these candlesticks is a visual representation of how much the market has moved during that period of time. For example, if I click on a candlestick right here, can everybody see that the date is May 4th? It's 3 a.m. when this candlestick opened up. I've got my open, my high, my low, and my close over that hour. So what that's saying is this candlestick opened up right here at that period of time. It opened up, and what it did is it dipped down for a low. This is called a wick that's hanging off the end. It ran up for a high over that hour, and then it settled in and it closed out its hour right here. And then it opened up a brand new candlestick. And what happened was that candlestick dipped all the way down for a low, moved all the way up for a high, and settled in and closed out that next candlestick. And it happens over and over and over again. Now, each one of those little candlesticks, again, are a period of time and a visual representation, okay? Now, let's look at this just really for educational purposes, kind of the fundamentals or really the mechanics of how you make money in the currency market. Let's say based on an indicator, and I'm not doing any real analysis right now, this is more for just an education purpose. Let's say our indicators told us to get into a trade down here and told us to get out of a trade up here. The difference between these two lines and these two numbers is the amount of pips that we would have made. If we would have bought down here on a buy indicator and sold up here on a sell indicator. The difference between those two, as I said, is the amount of pips. Well, if I take my little ruler, I start down here and I drag it all the way up, I need everybody to look up in the top left-hand part of the screen. Can everybody recognize and see it says May 3rd at 1 o'clock to May 4th at 10 a.m. The range or pips was 277 and 33 bars. If everybody can see that up here in the top left-hand corner, please type in yes or Y in the chat box. I need everybody to respond because I need to make sure everybody's with me so I don't leave anybody behind. Okay? Oh, I just took it away. Sorry. Bring that back up for you. Whoop. All right, so let me bring that back up. I need everybody to recognize that you can see that right there, okay? Everybody can see that. Please type in. Okay, you can't read it, Terrence, that's okay. So I've got Sung, Eno, Roxanne, Amul, Terrence, Joseph. Okay, gang, so this is how this works. Let's talk about how we make money in the currency market. First and foremost, you got options of how you can trade in the market. I need you to pay close attention to what I'm going to explain right now. The three options you have to trade in this market is what is called a micro lot, a mini lot, and a standard lot. Please write down micro, mini, standard, okay? If you're trading a micro lot, you're looking at about a $20 US investment per trade. Now right here, here's one of the most beautiful things about the Forex market is it does not require a lot of money, a lot of capital to start trading. You can start very small and grow your account over time. Now, most people start with a mini lot, which is a $200 investment per trade, and a standard lot is a $2,000 investment per trade. Each one of these have a different profit value to them. If you trade with a micro lot, you're looking at a 10-cent per pip profit. Now, that's not a lot of money. If you look at the trade, I just showed you the example. You know, it was the May 3rd through May 4th, 277 pips. So on a $20 investment, you would have made a profit of $27.70, which again isn't a lot of money, okay? But if you look at a mini lot, every pip you accumulate in a mini lot is $1. Now, I'm not going to get into a big dissertation of what a pip is. Just understand that pips are good. You want to accumulate pips when the market's moving up and accumulate pips when the market's down. Because if you're trading a mini lot, every pip is worth $1 in your pocket. So let's look at it this way. Let's say tonight at 7 o'clock, you're live with Tyson and Josh. Josh right now is winning 80% of his trades. I mean, he's an incredible trader. So you say, man, this guy knows what he's doing. I'm going to follow what he says. We have a lot of people that all they do is copy Josh's trades. So Josh points out a trade that he's going to make, and you say, you know what? I'm going to make this trade too. Now, again, we're not a broker. You can use any currency broker that you want. Our software is compatible with every broker that's out there. We'll link directly right up to it. So you click the button, and you're in your trade. Now, follow me on the mechanics of this because the broker is going to hold onto your $200 mini lot investment for that trade. When the trade is complete, you get your $200 back, and then you will net $1 pip for every one that you made. So in that investment, follow me. We made a $200 investment, and in 2 days, in about 33 hours, it moved 277 pips. So when we sell, we get our $200 back plus a return of $277. Now, how many of you would like to make a $200 investment, get your investment back in 2 days plus $277? How many of you like that in 2 days, 33 hours? Yeah, it's incredible. The leverage and the buying power is awesome. Everybody's going to say me, 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 me. Now imagine if you're trading with a standard lot. You make the same trade, same period of time, same analysis, except now you're reinvesting some of your winnings. Now you make a $2,000 investment. Now every pip is worth $10. So that same trade, same time, same setup, you made a $2,000 investment. You get your $2,000 back in 2 days. Now you get $2,860 back in profit. And in 2 days, you've more than doubled your money and you're on to your next trade. For those of you that are new to this type of a market, do you now start to see why so many smart investors are flocking to the currency market? Does this make more sense? If so, type in yes in the chat box. The leverage, the buying power that you get is incredible in this market. There's no other market that's like it. And all of you, Cadrick is saying yes, Dominic, Sally, Diana, Carol, Ian, Nicola, yes, 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 of course. So as we shift gears and we start to jump into the live market, it's really cool because you're going to see you can start very small and build your account up over time. But what I want you to do right now is I want you to take the information that I just went over and I want you to write down on your piece of paper, how much money do you need to make every single month consistently? And that's the key, consistently, month after month from the Forex market in order to accomplish some of your financial goals. Write that down right now for me. You don't have to share it with me. I'm not asking you to. If you want to, that's fine. Write it down for your own personal information. I also recommend you write down, why you wrote this number. Everybody has a different game plan. Some of you and a lot of students just want to earn a few extra $1,000s a month for more spending money. Some of you, as I said earlier, you're getting closer to retirement and you need more money to retire. Some of you want a better lifestyle for your kids, for your family. Some of you want a better home. I got 3 kids. I've got a 5-year-old, 9-year, and 11-year-old. They're all going to be in college in 10 years. Those are life expenses that we all have to prepare for. So write that down so you have that for your own information, okay? So I see some of you are sharing. That's cool. Guru says $2,000 a month. William says $10,000 a month. Alexander says $15,000 a month. Diana says $7,000 a month. Awesome. And you know what? All those numbers are attainable. In fact, we have students making $20,000 a month, $30,000 a month, $50,000 a month, month after month, gang. Okay, but I find that my average student is typically trying to make between $2,000 to $8,000 per month. That's pretty normal. If you're out there and that's what you're looking to make, the potential's there. Okay. Now here's the great thing about this skill. Okay. The great thing about this skill is what I'm going to teach you today and becoming part of our organization is something that nobody can ever take away. Once you become a student of ours, if you have a computer, you've got our charts, you've got our coaches, you now have our skill set and our ability to make money month after month after month. Your boss can't fire you from it. Your business partner can't steal it from you. A family member can't take it away. You can't lose it. You have a skill set for life that you can do over and over again. And that is such an empowering feeling for people to have. I don't care if you want to keep your job, keep it. Use this as a secondary income stream. So many people do that, and then you know what? They end up trading full time because they find, number one, gives them more freedom. Number two, they start making a lot more money. So as we do this today, as I go through this, here's really kind of the big question that you need to ask yourself, okay? The big question you need to ask yourself is, I know a lot of you have very busy schedules, and if I can show you a couple basic strategies, how you can consistently make anywhere from $2,000 to $8,000 per month, month after month in your free time, not having to quit your job, not turning your life upside down, would you be willing to set aside 30 to 45 minutes a day to work in this market? Okay, 30 to 45 minutes a day. I'm not talking about staring at charts for 6 hours out of the day, but I do need 30 to 45 minutes a day. You're going to be able to set aside this time to accomplish whatever number you wrote down on paper. If so, type in yes in the chat box. Because honestly, if you're not willing to give up that amount of time, I don't know what you're going to do to make more money in your life. Okay? That's what we do for people. Enoch says yes. John says yes. Adam says yes. Carol says yes. Frank says yes. Awesome, gang. Of course. I would hope everybody would do that. So let's talk about this. As we start to go into the live market, I'm going to show you exactly how our students are making this type of money and more, okay? Now, I've got a couple questions that have come through my chat box, so let me address this right now. Charles, I have your question. Diana, I have your question as well. Some of you are asking about our coaching and our mentorship. If you have more interest or you want to know more about our coaching programs, our mentoring programs, how that works, do me a favor. Just type into the chat box your phone number and your name so we have that. And what I'll do is I'll have one of my education specialists reach out to you, answer all your questions that you have. If you want to know about being a student, how our live classes work, all of that. I've got your number, Carol. I've got that. Thank you. We'll follow up with you. Sam, I have your number. Brandon, I have your number. Alex, I have your number as well. Yes, Wendy's asking, is there room in Josh's session tonight? Yes, we do have room in Josh's session tonight. So you can put your phone number in now, or you can put it in anytime during the presentation. We'll follow up with you at that time. Okay, so let's move on and let's open up some charts and get this going. And yes, Karen, we can answer that for you. We've got your number, so no problem. I'll have them follow up with you. And Brian, I have your number as well. Okay, so here we go. Let's bring the charts back up. Doug, I have your number as well. Thank you. All right, so let's bring some charts back up here. Enoch, I have your number as well. All right, so can everybody please in the chat box, if you can see I've gone from my slides back to my charts. Please type in yes if you can see my charts for me. Okay. If you can see my charts, I brought them back at. Roxanne, I got your number as well. Natalie, I have your number. Emily, I have your number. Carol, awesome question. Yes, we can answer that for you. We'll take as much time as possible. You're talking with with John today. Perfect. We'll get that answered for you as well. All right, cool. We're back on the chart. So the thing that you'll instantly see about the currency market is things move up in waves and down in waves and up in waves and down in waves. The market moves in patterns, and it does the same thing over and over again. What we're looking to do in these markets is take advantage of these swings and these patterns when the market moves down, moves up, moves down, moves up, moves down, moves up, pulls back a little bit, and then eventually moves right on up. We're looking to take advantage of these opportunities. I have your number, Sung, if I pronounced that correctly. Okay, so we're looking to take advantage of these dips in the market. Now, you have very specific job in the market to make money. You have a very specific job, okay? First of all, number one, sorry, I took a sip of water. Your first job is to figure out where is the market going. Got no market direction. Number two, you got to know when to get in, and then when to get out. So we got to know what direction the market going, when do we get into the trade, and when do we get out of the trade. And we're going to address all three of these things today. Now, as I mentioned, the market moves in waves, and we're going to use indicators and information to tell us the direction of the market, when to get in, and when to get out. And one of the incredible tools that you're going to learn to use through our organization and through your coaches is a tool called the Fibonacci's. Now, don't do this right now, but when we're done, I want you to Google Fibonacci because it's fascinating information. Leonardo Fibonacci is a 13th century mathematician. Brilliant. What he discovered is that the world of nature tends to have this rhythmic cycle mathematically built into it. He found that animals would reproduce in a mathematical sequence called the Fibonacci sequence. He found that plants grew in the Fibonacci sequence. The human body moved in the Fibonacci sequence. The Fibonacci golden ratio applied to this. That if you look at the scales on a fish, it's not a random number. There's a sequence, a Fibonacci number, that a pattern that takes place. If you look at petals on a flower, okay, they move in a Fibonacci sequence. So what we've learned to do is, because the market moves in sequences and patterns, is apply these mathematical principles to the Forex market because it does things over and over and over again. And what the Fibonacci's help you do through mathematics is it helps you tell where the market is going based on where it's been through Fibonacci retracements and extensions, okay? So how does this work? Well, let me clean this up for you. The requirement is for a Forex trading account, there's no requirements, Joe. Very simple to open one up. Roxanne, you spell it Fibonacci, Fibonacci. All right, so as I just mentioned a moment ago, the market moves in waves, okay? The market will move up in waves and make higher highs, move down in waves and make lower highs. Up in waves, make higher highs, down in waves, make higher lows. Up in waves, make higher highs, and then it reverses. And it'll go the other way and make lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And it moves over these positions like this, okay? So now what we're looking to do is take advantage of these opportunities in the market. You're looking to take advantage of these opportunities in the market, okay? So what we're looking to do is take advantage when the market moves up, there's a pullback, and it starts to go this way based on mathematics. We're going to figure out when we're going to get in and when we are going to get out, okay? Now, the thing about Fibonacci's is we're going to slow this down, as I said earlier. I'm going to show you the basics of technical analysis, okay? Then what I'm going to do is once I've drawn this all out for you, I'm going to show you the incredible tools that we've built to simplify this information and how our students are having such tremendous success, and we're just growing and growing and growing. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to label this right down here, which would be called my A boundary, okay? This right here would be my B boundary. This right here would be my C boundary. So I got A, B, and C boundary. Very simple. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tool that's built into the software, and I'm going to click right here where it says MTI Fibonacci retracement, and I'm going to click it. I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to start on my A, and I'm going to drag my Fibonacci and draw it up all the way to my B, and voila. I've got my Fibonacci spread out. Now what this is doing is telling me a story. Based on where the market forms its low, will tell me where the market's going to go in the future, okay? Okay? What we're looking for, what this is telling us, if the market performs a reversal or a pattern or a trend line break, we're going to look to buy into this opportunity in this area, and based on these numbers, we're going to exit. I know that sounds confusing, but stay with me. It's very simple. You can understand it. Again, my 11-year-old can do this. So I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to draw what is called my red buying zone. Red buying zone. Now we do this live every day with our students. Live. We do this all day long, 24 hours a day. This next zone right here will be my next buying zone. Put it right in here. And I don't do this when I'm making a trade. I'm just doing this so you can visually see this and understand it. Is going to be my blue trading zone. So we'll make this our blue. So we'll shade it. And then I've got my green trading zone. Right down here would be my green. So I've got red, I've got blue, and now I have my green trading zone. If everybody can see red, blue, and green, okay, red, blue, and green, type in yes in your chat box. Red, blue, and green. I need everybody to stay with me on this. Don't worry, Roxanne, so am I. All right, Sung says yes. Dominic says yes, William says yes, Lauren says yes, Liam says yes, Doug, Pam, Joyce, Gail, Jerome, good, you're all with me. So what we're looking for now is our C boundary right here is where we're looking to make our trade. Now, how do we know when to get into the market, okay? What helps us identify those opportunities are those candlesticks that I had talked to you about before. Now, as I mentioned earlier, twice a month, we have a live class here in our offices in Orlando, Florida, where we have students fly in that are expert traders to brand new traders that spend 2 days with us on our campus, okay? We do that twice a month. If they can't attend it live in person, eyeball to eyeball, we broadcast it live via web broadcast. We also have, for all of our students for life, this online educational portal where you get basic information such as, what is the Forex, the game of support and resistance, the Fibonacci numbers and sequence, equity management, making smart trades, and all the way down to Japanese candlesticks right here. You're going to learn how to identify Japanese candlesticks. But what I prefer is that built right into the software, it identifies my candlesticks for me. Okay, we've built this right in. It's automated. It's very simple and easy to understand. So let's just say this market makes a move. This position makes a move. And it moves all the way down here. What we're looking for now is a reversal. When it moves down and it starts to move up the other direction. So let's say it moves down, hits this green buying zone right here. We get a pattern right here that says we're getting a reversal based on our candlesticks, so we buy. Now, what we're going to do is when we buy right there, we bought in the green zone. So as this is moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up, we sell. As soon as it hits the green Fibonacci extension, I'm going to sell out of this trade because the software is saying, based on mathematics, based on where the lows have been, this is about going to be the high, and you need to get out now before the market trend goes the other direction. So I'm going to go from green to green Fibonacci. Pretty simple. So let's say the reversal takes place in the blue zone. And in this blue zone, we buy into our position. Well, now I'm going to hold on to this trade as it's moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up, boom. As soon as it hits this blue Fibonacci extension right here, I sell. I'm out because, again, the software is telling us based on mathematics, the probability of this going any higher after this is not in your favor. So you want to sell right now. Well, let's say our reversal takes place in the red zone, and it can be anywhere in this red zone. Anywhere in this red zone, this opportunity takes place right here. Okay, I'm out. Or I'm in, sorry. And I'm going to hold as it's moving up, moving up, moving up, all the way till it hits my red Fibonacci extension. So does it make sense to everybody? You're going to buy from green to green, you're going to buy from blue to blue, and you're going to buy from red to red, and you're going to sell on each one of those colors as well. If that makes sense, type in yes. Again, it's simple. You can do this. Please type in yes so I know that you're all with me. Roxanne says yes, red, blue, green. See, you got it, Roxanne. Sung says yes in this. Okay, good. Hang with me because I'm going to show you how we automate this, and it's incredible. And again, stay with me to the end because I'm going to give all of you an opportunity to work with us risk-free for the next 60 days so you can see how awesome all of this works. All right, so let's just say based on an indicator down here, we decided to buy, and we know based on buying right here, okay, based on the software telling us, okay, we got in, we want to hold till it hits this red Fibonacci extension. And if we hold all the way till it hits that extension and then we sell, we can easily figure out, based on the mathematics, that our profit in that would be 150 pips. So that tells us now we have 150 pip target. That's our target. All right, so we have an opportunity, if it goes the way we believe it is, based on the math, based on the fibs, based on our entry, we're going to make 150 pips. Now, what do we need to do next? We need to protect our downside because you know what? You don't win every trade. Even the best traders in the world do not win every trade. For example, right here, this is Joshua Martinez's account, one of his accounts. This company right here is MyFXBook. This is an outside organization that is third-party verified, saying this is a real account, this is real money, these are real trades, okay? Now you can see in this today, Josh hasn't made any trades or pips, okay? He might have made trades, I don't know, but no pips. This week, he's up 500 pips, just about. This month, he's up 2,100 pips. Now on a standard lot, we're 25 days into the month, he's already made $21,000 in this account. What would you do and how much would it change your lifestyle if you made $21,000 in one account 25 days into the month? And you had the power to do that over and over and over again. Well, since February 13th, he's made 6,700 pips, which is on a standard lot, $67,000 just out of this account. Now, that's awesome. That's great. But this is what I want you to concentrate on. Win percentage. If everybody can see the number that I just highlighted blue right there, Some of you, it may be too small, that's okay. But if you can read that number, type that number into your chat box for me now. Please do it now. Sam says 79, Diana says 79, Ian says 79, Nicholas says 79, Wendy says 79, Patrick says 79. Pam, you can start an account for as little as $200. That's it. Gail says 79, Enoch says 79. Good, gang. What that's telling us is Josh in this account is winning 79% of his trades. So let's round that up and say 80%, because that's essentially what it is. That means out of every 10 trades Josh has placed in this account, he's won 8 out of 10, which is phenomenal. I mean, how many of you want to be live with Josh tonight at 7 o'clock and watch this guy do it right in front of your eyes? If you do, type in me, right? All of you. But here's the thing. Even though he's winning 80%, which is an incredible rate, he still loses 2 out of every 10 trades. How do we protect ourselves on the downside? Well, one of the ways that you're going to learn to do this is you're going to set stop loss orders. That's all the stop loss order says is, okay, if my trade falls and hits a certain number, I want the software to automatically sell me out, okay? I want to be out of that trade because I want to minimize my losses and let my big gains run and run and run. So how do we do that? Well, we set up a stop loss. And there's different ways to do this depending on if you're conservative or if you're more aggressive. A conservative stop loss would be about 5 to 10 pips below your entry point. Or excuse me, an aggressive one would be 5 to 10 pips below your entry point. Conservative would be 5 to 10 pips below your A boundary. So now we've set our stop loss, and based on this, this would end up being about 50 pips. So now we've got 50 pips risk. So we've got 50 pips risk. So here we go. We know that if it hits our target, we're going to make 150 pips. If it goes the other direction on us, we're going to lose 100 pips. But if we're following Josh and we're winning 8 out of 10 trades, that means we have an opportunity based on his success in this type of probability to make 1,200 pips, which on a standard lot is $12,000, and only lose 100 pips, which is a loss of $1,000. Do you understand how much money you can make with a 3-to-1 risk to ratio? If so, type in me in the chat box. Awesome, gang. So here we go. We've got our entry point. We've got our target. We've got our stop loss in. We've got our trade set on. We make our trade. Let's say we make our pips. Okay, it goes our way. We make our 150 pips. Well, now what we do is we simply start all over again. We move our A up here. We into our next movement. We move our B up here. We're waiting for this to turn around and start to go the other direction again. And what I do is I line up my fib, I draw it out, and I do this over and over and over again. And then when the market reverses, you know what? I start to make money when the market goes down. This would be my A in a downward market. Here's my A in my downward market. Here's my B in my downward market. Here's my C in my downward market. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now draw out my fib going the other way and making money when it goes the opposite direction. And my buy zones and my sell zones are down here. And gang, this works. The opportunity in doing this is incredible. Take a look at this right here. How about this? I brought up a currency pair, the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Let me show you the power of technology and tools. I want everybody to look up at the top of the screen where it says MTI and it says Smart Tools. This is our own proprietary information, our own technical indicators. Nobody else in the world has this but us. I'm going to click on Smart Fibonacci. I'm going to go all the way down here and I'm going to find my low and I'm going to click. And boom, the software automatically draws my fibs all the way out into real time for me. If that's impressive, type in wow in the chat box. Gang, that is an incredible tool that you get on our software. So now what I do is I look at the opportunity that's been. Tell me if the Fibonacci's work. Follow me right here. Well, here's my very first A. Here's my B. Here's my C. Here's my entry point. I'm going to hold till it hits this Fibonacci right here, and it hits it right over here, and I sell. Well, here's my new A, here's my new B, moves up, here's my C, here's my entry point, and I'm going to hold it until it hits this Fibonacci, and I'm out right here. Here's my new A, here's my new B, here's my new C, and I'm going to hold. Look how perfect it hit this fib right here. Look at that. I mean, it was perfect. It's mathematics, gang, right there. It's momentum in the market, all right? So here's my new A, here's my new B, here's my C, and look at this one right here. Almost hit this one exactly as well before it pulls back. So here's an opportunity to have made 4 trades. 4 trades over about 15 days. The first trade would have made 284 pips. So on a standard lot, I had an opportunity to make, on a standard lot, $2,840, okay? On my next trade, I had an opportunity to have made from right here up to here in about 8 days, 243 pips. So that's on that trade, 243 pips on a standard lot is $2,430 of opportunity right there. So my next trade is right here. Hold on till it hits. Look at how it perfectly hit that fib. Perfectly hit, and then boom, went the other direction. You're out. 9 days, 421 pips. So on a standard lot, that's $4,291. And then my last trade that I showed you right here, boom, I'm going to click right here and go from A to B. And about 29 days, 753 pips. So on this trade, 753 pips is $7,553. So here's an opportunity to have made 4 trades, $7,550 plus $42.91 plus $24.30 plus $28.40 equals, here's 17,000 pips, which on a standard lot is $17,110, and that's over a period of right here of about 62 days. So just about 2 months. So there's $17,000 of opportunity to have made in 2 months' time. How many of you would like to know how to do this day after day, week after week, month after month? Type in me in the chat box, okay? This is what we do, gang, over and over again. And I'll tell you what's amazing right now, what's happening is all of these targets have recently been hit. We just hit a 700 pip target. We just hit a 750 pip target. And look at what's happening right in front of you, right? This is live market right now. Let me show you this right here. This is live market. This is right now live on the tail end right here. There's our A, there's our B. We're waiting for this C to turn and go this way. And what we're going to do at this point, right here, we will buy into this on our C and we'll hold on to this all the way up till it hits one of our indicators right over here. Okay, that's just one currency pair. Look at this currency pair right here. Exact same thing has happened to us. A, B, C, we're waiting to move this one up right here. We do this over and over and over again. But here's the really cool part about this. What I'm going to show you now is probably the most incredible tool that we've created as an organization. And it's just getting just rave reviews. We bring this out twice a year to our students, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to talk about how we've taken all this traditional analysis, support resistance, trend lines, candlesticks, breakouts, ABCDs, and Fibonacci's, okay? And what we're going to talk about is how we've taken all that type of a technical analysis and we've made it where it normally would take somebody 60 days to learn and a couple of years to master. How we've taken and made it into really simple red and green indicators with very simple entry and exit points. Take you just a couple seconds to analyze a high win percentage, and gang, and in 60 minutes you can do this, and in 2 weeks you're mastering it. This is the momentum breakout course with our tool called the micro price detector. Now take a look at these 2 different screens right here. Look at the one on the right and the one on the left. Visually, which one do you think would be easier to understand? Green boxes that are telling you the trend is up and moving up, and red boxes telling you it's moving down, or the fibs and the candlesticks and the trend lines and everything I showed you on the right? Would you rather have the left or the right? Type that in the chat box. What we've created is a tool, again, called the micro price detectors, okay? We've created a tool that measures momentum in the market. We get in the trades when the momentum shifts. We've taken our trend lines, we've taken our breaks, we've taken our reversals, and we've built this into this formula right here. Now, this is not an indicator based on time. Each one of these cubes or each one of these boxes represent 20 pips. It's an incredible tool, okay? So what we have is a few things to get started in this. So easy to use, and the results have been unbelievable. Now stay with me until I wrap up, because I'm going to give all of you an opportunity to have this on your computer today to use this risk-free for the next 60 days, okay? Hold on for me. So number one, what you need to do to make money with this is whenever the micro price detector, the green is moving up, that means it's moving up. When it's red, it's moving down. You're looking to make trades, you need things to happen. Three things. Number one is you need 3 boxes, same color, in a row. Guru, I see what you write, but wait till you see this tool and the results that we're having with it. I'll put this up against anybody. Number two, so when I get 3 greens in a row, I'm going to buy. When I get 3 reds in a row, I'm going to sell. I'm going to show you how this works in a minute. Number two, I'm going to hold the trade until the opposite color boxes appear. And again, I'll show you what that means in a second. And then number three, when that happens, I'm going to reverse the trade. Boom. Okay, so how does this work? Well, what I'm looking for is an indicator to buy into it when I get 3, let's just say on the upside, 3 greens in a row. So I buy right here. Well, I had 1 turn red. Well, my rule is I have to sell when I get 3 in a row. So I'm going to hold this all the way up to right here. That's my 3 reds. So now I'm going to sell right here. Okay, there's my sell. Well, immediately what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into this position on the downward side, and I'm going to hold until right here, and I'm going to buy back into the market. Well, then I've got 3 reds in a row, so I'm going to sell right here. Then I get 3 greens in a row, so I'm going to buy back into the market. And I'm holding this time as it's really moving, really moving, really moving. Now it pulls back, but my rules say I need 3. I only have 2. I'm holding, holding, holding. There's 2. My next sell indicator is right here, okay? My next sell indicator is going to be right here with 3 in a row, all right? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy back into the market all the way up when I get to right here, and then my next indicator to sell is going to be right here. Let's just use this for an example. So now over this example, I would have made my first trade right here, bought here, and over one day, 22 hours, look in the top left-hand corner, made 326 pips in this. So my first trade, I had an opportunity on a standard lot to make $3,162. Okay, not too shabby. My next trade, I get in right here and I sell right here. Well, this one, I lost 60 pips. I lost 60 pips. Now, the most you can ever lose in a trade in this is 60 pips, because it's going to be when 2 green or 3 greens or 3 reds go the other way. So in this trade, I just lost $600 on a standard lot. How many of you are appreciating the fact I'm showing you losses? How many of you can appreciate that? Because you know what? You're going to have losses, gang. So my next trade, I'm in right here, and I'm going to hold to right here. In this particular position, you know what? I just lost another 60 pips. Uh-oh, 2 in a row. The panicked investor gets out. The investor with this skill just keeps moving on. All right, my next trade, I'm in right here. Well, look at this one. I buy right here, and I'm going to hold all the way up to right here. Well, there's about 11 days, 526 pips, 526 profits. On a standard lot is $5,260 in about 20 days, gang. My next trade is right here. I'm going to play the downward on this one. This one is 145 pips in 2 days. 145 pips in 2 days. Okay. So that's a profit on this one of $1,445. Oops, put a little extra digit in there. $45. Okay, and I can keep going on, and I'm going to show you live market in a second. But here we made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. Okay, we made 5 trades. 5 trades. We won 3. 3 wins. 3 wins. And our 3 wins are 1,445 plus 5,260 plus 3,162. So we got 3,000 pips here on a standard lot. So 3,162 pips. 2 losses. With that, lost $1,200. Our profit on this on a standard lot is 3,162 minus 1,200 equals 3,000 pips, P-R-O-F-I-T, spell it right, Aaron, equals on a standard lot, we just made $3,040 in a period of, actually that's not right, 8, 9, 10, 11, we made more than that. Let me redo that. My math is off. 1,445 plus 5,260 plus 3,162 equals 98 minus 1,200 equals, we made $8,000 profit, which is $8,667. And we made that over a period of, right here, about 48 days. 48 days. How many of you would like to make that amount of money in 48 days following a very simple indicator like this? No, you don't have to, Guru. How would you like to know? The thing about this is just one currency pair. Look at multiple currency pairs. Look at this opportunity that just took place, okay? And then I'm going to show you live market. Right here, this last one, 11 trades, 8 wins, 3 losses, profit $9,130 in a standard lot. You can see where I showed this to my webinar the other day. This was the buy indicator. I showed them, and look what it's done. I showed them the buy right there the other day. It's been moving up. It just started to pull back right there. That's one currency pair. Here's another currency pair, 14 days, 8 trades, 5 wins, 3 losses, $7,400. Another one right here, 60 days, $9,000, 90 days, $9,000. Gang, here's an opportunity. I've traded 4 currency pairs, and with those 4 currency pairs, have earned $26,757 in profit in about 45 days following this. Now, as cool as that is, how many of you would like automation? The ability to take these indicators, these tools, okay? Take these indicators and these tools, set your own specific parameters that we will train you on to where you can set the currency pairs, the parameters, and the software will automatically trade it for you, trade it for you, trade it for you, trade it for you. In fact, listen to this. Our automation since September in this program, okay, since September of this year, our automation has earned in a standard lot 12,261 pips. I don't know why I wrote it like a dollar figure, okay, on a standard lot. It's been averaging $15,000 a month, $15,360 a month on a standard lot. We have all of this to back it up in the records to show you. Gang, how many of you would like an opportunity to put this on your computer today? use this risk-free for the next 60 days and be live with Josh tonight at 7 o'clock. If so, type in me in your chat box right now. Gang, the results on this have been tremendous. These are real people, real results right now. Look at Trish right here. Josh, 1,208 pips profit this week. I'm loving your mastermind club. That's on a standard lot. That's $12,000 in a week. Over here, look at Elizabeth. This is this year. First 2 months, MyFXBook records show I made 42,000 pips in January and February. In 2 months, she made $42,000, gang. In the last 2 months, our students have generated over 667,000 pips, over 6.7 in real valued money, gang. Here's the deal. I can sit and show you these people over and over and over again. And believe me, folks, if you're half as successful as these people, you're going to be very, very, very pleased. So let me ask you this. With all the success, if Market Traders Institute could teach you a skill set where you have the opportunity to earn several $1,000s month after month after month for the remainder of your life, would you let Market Traders teach you, train you, coach you, support you, guide you, piggyback off of Josh's trades, go live with us, give you all of our software, the micro price detector, all the tools, and provide you with a guarantee on top of that? If so, type in yes or no in the chat box. Yeah, Karen says yes, Wendy says yes, Natalie, John, Jason, Richard, yes, absolutely. Better than that, Richard, I'm gonna let you use it for the next 60 days. Absolutely, everybody. If you're not saying yes, I don't know what else I can do for you. You got nothing to risk and everything to gain. This program is called the Momentum Breakout Course. It's all-encompassing. It's the most complete, easy to use, step-by-step program on the planet. Now, let me explain to you, okay? Richard, let me explain to you how this works. Pam, hang on, okay? Because today we have an unbelievable offer, Memorial Day special. So I want you to stay to the end with me here. This program, we're going to break it down into some components here. First and foremost, when you get on board today with the Momentum Breakout Course, you're going to get 3 proven strategies: an intermediate, long-term, and a short-term strategy. All right? We have every week live Momentum Breakout courses online. If you can't attend them live, we archive every single one of them. You get our FX Foundations online course. Modules 1 through 7 are included in this opportunity. Every one of you are going to get all of the tools that I showed you today, the ultimate charting software, all the support, all the training, everything that I showed you here today. You get the micro price detector, which is the blocks of the red and the green, the pro traders checklist, and you get daily live webinars. And to me, this is the most important thing. This is where we start to mentor you. The software is great, the education is great, but the ability every day to trade live with professionals, experts, trading different types of styles, you get 24 hours a day in our Analysts on Demand. Now, on top of all of this, we're going to go ahead and give you a 60-day money-back guarantee. Now, I know most of you have decided this is exactly what you've been looking for, and that's awesome, okay? Some of you might be asking, oh, can I really do this? Is this really for me? Well, here's the thing about the program. I'm going to let all of you evaluate it for the next 60 days. We're so confident in what we do, we're going to give it all to you. So you don't have to take my word for it. You can do it yourself, okay? You can decide if it's the best thing for you. Because at the end of the day, we can probably agree that the only people you really trust is you, right? Yourself. All we ask is you give us an honest effort. So what encompasses this program is our market price, when you break all this stuff down, is a little over $10,000. Now we've got over 200 employees. We've got 12 experts. We've got our software. We've got a lot that goes into what we do and maintaining everything here. But because we're in a launch right now of this product, okay, we have an online retail price of it for a one-time investment of $3,995. But you're in my webinar today, and we've got an unbelievable offer for you today. Based on the fact here in the United States, we're heading up into Memorial Day weekend. This launch will be cutting off on Friday. For every one of you that come on board today, I will let you come on board for an investment of risk-free only $1,747. Incredible. That's That's an immediate $2,250 savings, about 60% off of the online price. Now, it's very easy for you to get started. All you need to do at this point in time is in your chat box, type in your telephone number. Do that for me right now. Type in your telephone number for me right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have an education specialist reach out to you, spend as much time as necessary, make sure all your questions is answered, okay? Now, some of you may be interested in some payment plans. We do have an opportunity for payment plans. I will cover in a moment, all right? I've got your number, Joanna. I've got your number, Charles. Gang, we normally retail this for $3,990. We're giving you a risk-free guarantee for an investment of $1,747. Put your phone number in right now. I got you, Anna, got you, Thomas, got you, Lillian, got you, Frank, as well. When you get enrolled today, and you need to do it immediately, tonight, we will be live going through the pound breakout strategy, okay? Tyson is hosting tonight this strategy. We have an opportunity over the next 2 to 3 weeks of between 2,000 to 3,000 pips. I've got your number, Edward, got your number, Amol, got your number, Richard. 2,000 to 3,000 pips of opportunity moving up in the next few weeks. So we got to get you on board today as soon as we're done. So you get the computer, the software on your computer. You can get through your first module so you're ready to be live in the session this evening. Now, on top of that, what I talked about is the automated system comes within this package today. We've got an SSL automated system included in this package. Again, the results have been tremendous. Since September, over 12,000 pips have been generated in one standard lot. On an average, that's $15,000 per month. I mean, how hard do you have to work right now to make $15,000 in a month? Imagine automating that for you, okay? All right, I've got your number, Victor, as well. All right, so as we look at this package, normally we give you your first 2 months of charting software for free, but today, because it's the Memorial Day special, I'm going to give you 4. So you're going to get 4 months for free on each one of those. So you're going to get a savings today in software and systems of over $6,200. So awesome. I got your number, Jasmine. I got your number. Maybe Yasmin. I'm not sure. Oliver, Lauren, and William, I've got your number. So some of you are asking about a payment plan. Let's talk about this for a moment. Now, if you've typed in your number or you're getting ready to, and you think you might be leaning towards a one-time payment and saving money, getting additional software, and you're in a position to make that payment, I need you to type a letter A next to your name and number. I'm not saying you're committed. I'm not saying you got all your questions answered. I'm not saying you're locked in. I'm just saying if you're in a position to make a one-time payment, you want the discount, type an A next to your name, and I will have the correct education specialist follow up with you, make sure all your questions are answered. On the other hand, if you need to get some financing, we have an incredible offer today. For the first 10 of you, we have 10 scholarships. You can start an option B with financing with as little as $249 down. That's it. Both A and B, you get the same 60-day money-back guarantee. So if you want to do the option A, get the savings, type in an A. If you're going to do the discount or the financing, option B next to your name and number, okay? When you pay it all at once, the difference is you get a big discount. When you do the payment plan, the discount is not available, okay? So I've got you as an A, Richard. I've got you as an A, Harry. I've got you as an A, Emily. Got you as an A, Sue. Angela, I've got you as an A. Brandon, I've got you as an A. Jasmine, I've got you as an A. Gang, this is all these people, what they're doing right here. All these students we have are doing this over and over and over and over again. You just need to go on Facebook and reach us out. I got you, Edward, and I've got you, Victor, as well. Okay, I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to quickly go through this. Right here. All these components is exactly what I've talked to you about. Normally I go a few minutes longer where I explain it, but I'm winding down on time right here. Option A, you get everything that I talked about today. It's a one-time payment of $1,747. Option B, you can start with as little as $249. That's it, gang, $249. If you are looking to make more money in your life, you are looking to get a better lifestyle, you're looking to create a better income, if you don't at least put your phone number in and try to put together $249 to work with us for the next 60 days, gang, what's going to change in your life financially? You're going to be in the same spot a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. So get enrolled, get started. make this happen now. Now, as I wrap this up, again, I'm going to recognize a few more people. I've got you, Oliver, as an A. Wendy says, I need some financing. B. Great, Wendy. Well, I've never seen us offer this for $249 down. Most time people have to put a minimum of $1,000 down. So take advantage of this Memorial Day offer that we have. Now, my last thing is here, I have one more giveaway. If you're going to do an option A and you're going to pay it in full, if you call in right now and you get signed up, I'm going to give you 3 extra months of charts for free. So you're going to get a total of 7 months. I only got 10 of those vouchers to give away. That's an additional value of about $750. Now, if you're going to call in, I need you to type calling in the chat box for me right now so I can acknowledge that and we can get you lined up with the right people. Call either one of those numbers. Okay, got you, Guru. Yes, we can do that. I've got you calling in Dominic, got you calling in Wendy, Sally. Those 10 are going to go really quick. Option A, you get a one-time payment, $1,747. Option B, you can start with as little as $249 down. If you're going to call in and you want the extra charts, I got you calling in, Ron. Call in for me right now, either one of those numbers, and we will give that to you as far as the extra charts as well. So go ahead and call those numbers. I'm going to leave this up for a minute. I'm sorry I'm rushing here at the end, but the next presenter is probably breathing down my neck right now. I appreciate you taking time with me. I hope you had some, you learned something today. We had a good time today. And again, with either one of these, we're going to give you the 60-day money-back guarantee, okay? So with that, I'm going to hand this back to Renee. I appreciate everybody's time. And make sure you call in right now. Call in right now because the 10 will go by very, very, very quickly. Thank you. Aaron Hunziker signing off.